Hi guys, it's Amy from Now Polish Baby 90. Welcome to today's video. Today we are here with, I don't even know what part we're on, part 7, 6 of my Harry Potter Chit Chat series. If you haven't seen any of the other ones, I will link the playlist down below for you. But basically, it's a video where we talk about polishes that are based off of the Harry Potter universe, and we talk about the connections from the polishes to the books, polishes to the films, and whether we think that the polishes match what they're trying to match in the universe. So I normally have 12 polishes, I only have 10 today, but let's get going. I'm sure by now you're used to the fact that there's some brands that kind of come up every episode, and one of the brands is Pahlish. Pahlish does a lot of Harry Potter polishes, and they've just released a huge new collection, which I do have some, which I will be hauling and things soon. But the one that we have today is called Divination, and Divination, I want to say, might be a non-Harry Potter related thing, only because I know that Lush had a bath bomb called Divination too, but I'm going to speak about this polish as if it was about the class Divination. So this is a light purple base, and then we have a ton of flakies in here. The flakies are a rainbow of colours. They're not really multi-chrome, it's just lots of different colours in there, and then there is a silver shimmer. Now when you base a polish off of one of the classes, you can literally have artistic license to do whatever you want essentially. I mean, maybe Defence Against the Dark Arts and Potions, you may think of a darker coloured polish, so therefore I can't really comment on whether this matches or not. It's all going to be opinion. To me, this is a beautiful polish. This is one of the most liked photos on my Instagram in a long time. A lot of people really like the look of this polish, so I agree that it could match Divination, but it's such a broad spectrum it could not as well in other people's eyes. But stunning nevertheless. Divination by Pahlish. Another brand I mention a lot in these videos, and this is Glam polish, and I have 3 for you today. The first one is called For the Stranded Witch and Wizard, and this is based off of the Night Bus. Now, step 1, the Night Bus is purple, and this is a deep purple jelly base, so it definitely matches the colour of the Night Bus. And then also in there, this is just very autumnal. The rest of the flakies and the glitters in here are very like dark teals and greens and purples, and it just looks really cohesive and really nice together. So again, in my mind, as long as Night Bus is purple and this is a purple polish, we have a good match here. I think with all the Glam polishes that there is just such a magical quality to them, and I know that might sound cheesy, but I just think that they have such a magical quality to them that they suit the Harry Potter universe really well. So that one was For the Stranded Witch or Wizard by Glam. We then have Petrificus Totalus, and this is not a... I personally don't love this polish that much. This is a silvery base, and then in the bottle there is kind of like a greeny shimmer to it, and there is a little bit of orange in there as well. But on the nails it just looked really silvery to me, but it obviously means to petrify someone, to make them stiff and rigid, and to Petrificus Totalus. We see this, I've just been rewatching the films, you see this a lot in the second half of the films. I do think it kind of matches that, because I can see kind of like the silver maybe being like a frozen, like you're frozen somebody, like you've petrified them, like they're still. So I kind of see it there, but again with some of these spells you can do really whatever you would like to do with them. For me it was a okay polish, it matched the spell, I had no problems with that, but not one of my favourite Harry Potter polishes anyway. So Petrificus Totalus by Glam Polish. And the last one is Avada Kadavra, and they have decided to do theirs in a blue. Now a lot of people out there are going to be thinking, what is this? Avada Kadavra should always be green, and I'm kind of there with you with that. We do see that there's a green beam of light shown when this is mentioned in spells from Out of Wands, and specifically in, I'm thinking of the new Fantastic Beasts films, we do see a lot of greens, like smoke and light. So Avada Kedavra is definitely implied to be more of a greenish type of spell. So therefore I think most people are going to think this doesn't fit. This is a stunning, absolutely stunning polish, and it might be in my top favourites for the year, just because this is so weird. It's blue with an orange shimmer and multi-chrome flakies. It's such a odd combination, but do I think it matches Avada Kedavra? Possibly not the most accurate out there, but it is stunning nevertheless. So Avada Kedavra by Glam Polish. I have 2 from the Fans and Flakies collection box, which was released earlier this year. This is organised by the brand Bee's Knees. So one of them is by Bee's Knees, and there are 3 of them. I still have 1 left to wear. They were inspired by the 3 trials in the Goblet of Fire. So the first one that we have is the maze, a representative of the challenge at the maze. Now I think this is a really great match for that. The maze isn't really in my mind shown that great in the films. To me, I remember that there was like, I want to say a sphinx, but that's not the right answer here. There's lots of creatures in the maze, and there was like riddles given, and I think that none of that is shown in the maze in the films. All that we see in the films is literally them running through it, and then the devil snare, I think it's devil snare, trying to catch them and grab them, but we don't see that there's also as challenges within the maze itself, if that makes sense. This is a dirty green, like greeny mazy colour polish, and then there is a ton of super large flakies in here, as well as kind of like a pinky duochrome reflect to it. So a really ugly pretty colour, and I really think it's representative of the maze, but it also kind of makes the maze seem a little bit pretty because this weird combination does look really nice. So that one was Bee's Knees the Maze. I'm lying to you, I just realised I've gone in reverse order. The first one is Dragons, the last one is the maze. I don't know what happened there. And the middle challenge here is the lake. So I obviously have the Dragons one to still wear. So the lake one is by Nvr Enuff, and this is just stunning. I would imagine anything based off of the lake to be blue, like I would imagine anything to be made up from the maze to be a greeny colour. This is just a beautiful blue holographic with a lighter blue shimmer flash to it. Absolutely stunning, and it just looks beautifully like water. You can't really go wrong with this. So that one was The Lake by Nvr Enuff. I have one by Girly Bits, and this is called No Forks Given, and this is I think it's Hella's Handmade Customs exclusive, and they do indie brands can like release a polish based on a fandom each month, and from my knowledge Girly Bits always does Harry Potter. I do have one of the other ones that they've released in one of the months as well. So this is obviously representative of Fawkes the Phoenix, and similarly with the other ones, if you're going to do a Phoenix it needs to be red or orange or yellow in that kind of fiery spectrum there to capture the essence of the Phoenix. And this is a beautiful polish. This is a really nice burnt orangey red base, and then there is a ton of holographic in here, like a scattered holo. So it just looks stunning. It just captures that fiery quality that Fawkes has, and I think that Fawkes the Phoenix is such an elegant character as well in the films, so I think the polish kind of really matches him really well. I have got, I think, one other Fawkes polish in my collection, but that one was more of an orange, whereas this is more leaning red. So that one was No Forks Given by Girly Bits. A brand that does feature quite often in this is Night Owl Lacquer, and this is from the Cast a Spell box from 2018, and this is Priore Incantato. Now I have had another polish that is named this in my collection, and out of the two I would say maybe that the other one fits it slightly better. This is a teal base with enormous flakies in here. I love how absurdly large the flakies are, and the flakies are a range of multi-chrome in here. It definitely gives off the effect of being a magical spell, but when it links to the actual spell of Priore Incantato, I think that the other one that I have fits better, and I'm trying to think what other brand it is that I have that has done this spell, which is absolutely beautiful. So that is Priore Incantato by Night Owl Lacquer. The last two are from a newer brand to me and to this Harry Potter series here. If you didn't see my Fantastic Beasts swatch and review by Lyn B Designs, I will link that down below for you. But Lyn B Designs is a brand based in Michigan, and again they do a lot of fandom polishes, and one of the sets they do are Harry Potter. So the first one that I have is called Polyjuice, and this is from their Potions collection, and this is a really unique weird polish. There is silver scattered holo in here, and then the base itself is, I want to say purple, but then we always have this multi-chrome that goes towards being a blue as well, so definitely on the spectrum of like this blue to purplish multi-chrome. And I think the like transformative element of the polish also acts really well when you're thinking of someone transforming from one person to another. I guess the only other way maybe you could do this would be maybe to do a thermal, where you're physically again changing from one colour to the other, but I'm less of a fan of thermals, more a fan of this kind of shape shifting, colour shifting polish. So I think this fits it really well, and it's a big thumbs up from me. So that was Polyjuice by Lyn B Designs. And the last one of this video is by Lyn B again, and this is called Servitude. Now she came out with the unforgivable curses in a trio, and I do have all of them, and obviously each one represents a different spell. But what I really liked about it is that she didn't name the spells like Avada Kadavra, Imperio. That she named them of what those spells do to a person. So there's I think one of them is called Death, this one's obviously called Servitude, and obviously in the films they mention the spell a lot, where they say that they don't know whether wizards and witches were doing Voldemort's bad deeds because they were under the Imperious curse, and they were just being like servitude, slaves to people, or whether they actually chose to do it. So I think it's one of the more interesting out of the unforgivable curses, because you may think that it is possibly the most forgivable of the unforgivable curses, because you're not inflicting pain or anything on somebody, but you're obviously taking someone's control away from them. But all three of these are 3 different coloured jelly bases with glitters in. So this is a very, very, very dark blue jelly base. It's going to look pretty much black on your nails, but there is definitely some blue in there. And then we have a ton of flakies. There are some larger shredded flakies, and then we also go smaller as well. So again, as long as Avada Kedavra is green, which it is, spoiler, I don't really have any preference for what the other ones look like, because we don't really see, I guess, that flash of colour or flash of light in this film series. But I do think that it's really nice that the trio are all kind of similar in base component. We have a jelly red, a jelly green, and jelly blue. So I really like the trio as a whole. I probably should have swatched it all to show you it all at once. But that one is Servitude by Lyn B Designs. So everything that I've mentioned will be linked down below for you guys. Like I say, some of these are still available, some of these unfortunately were limited edition. But thank you so much for watching with me today. Let me know down below any thoughts you have on Harry Potter, Potter Polishes. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.